All right, we're back. I think we're back and better than ever, hopefully. Back and better than ever. Get our scripted part out of the way. Thanks for the patience, guys. You guys are the best. We just dropped. What's up, Dan? Good evening. Good evening, bro. Just dropped the short that we worked on this morning. Pretty hot drop. We'll see if it continues. Dropped it about 10 minutes ago, give or take. I was thinking we could do maybe a couple work on like a couple previews, because like the AFC, going along with that paper tiger. I was thinking, what's the opposite of a paper tiger? I was thinking either diamond in the rough or saying something's rock solid would be the opposite of a paper tiger. Good evening, Clark's Flower Shop. Thanks for joining. Welcome in. But built for tough. Yeah, true. Facts, though. I mean, that's why, like, branding and wording are important. That's a good one. Good for Ford with like sticking like their name next to the tough. It's it's great branding. Would not say if it's a paper tiger. But I was looking at the AFC. We can do the NFC too, because we could just. But there are a lot of teams to say, like, are they paper tiger? Yeah. Tough as nails. Okay, tough as nails is, and as Dan said, built for tough. Like, definitely tough would be the opposite of. I like. We're back on, Elena. Thanks for hopping right back. I had diamond in the rough, but I like tough as nails or paper tiger. Like, and then we got a lot of teams to go over because we don't have to go all of them, but like in this discussion, we got the Patriots could be tough as nails or paper tiger, Bills, and we can just focus in on a few of these. Steelers. I mean, Ravens like that. I'm actually thinking the Ravens could come back and like win the AFC. Actually, that could be the bold call we make. Now that Lamar's back, Colts. These are just the Jags, Broncos, Chargers, and Chiefs. I mean, the only team I listed here that doesn't have a winning record is the Ravens. Basically, I think we should just narrow down a list of who could be where would it be bold for us to call them tough as nails, and where would it be bold for us to call them paper tiger. But as long as we have evidence behind it, it's fine. you know just like we just released that video, and I left that on screen queue with Colin Tio and Tony Romo, the best QB wide receiver duo in Cowboys history. Not really necessarily 100% true, but it gets the conversation going. Eagles. Because we try to make bold calls, bold predictions on Mondays. I thought the Chiefs looked pretty good, even though they lost. Bold lightning strokes? What do you mean? What do you mean lightning strokes? I think we're just going bold predictions. Like we can keep making that. I'm down with keep making the Buccaneers call. I mean, it's just it seems like there are a lot of teams in contention right now. So what do you think, guys? Should we narrow this down? Dan says Paper Tiger, Trojan Horse. Yeah, dude, Clark's is good with it, dude. Clark's is really good with it. Yeah, I'm thinking like when I would think Trojan Horse with a playoff, like a team, a Trojan Horse would almost be like the same as a Paper Tiger in this scenario, you know? Like a Trojan Horse would be a team that like makes the playoffs, but well, actually maybe not. No, a Trojan Horse would be like a team that like I guess you don't think is just gonna sneak in. That's why that's a great we're gonna call the Ravens the Trojan Horse of the AFC. Because nobody like they're 3-5. You know? They're 3-5, but now let me move. I'm sorry guys, you can't even see the names. I'm thinking we call the Ravens the Trojan Horse of the AFC because like they could sneak their way into the playoffs and do damage. Exactly. Sneaking in to win. So I'm thinking we call and I think we can call the Yeah. I'm thinking we call the Ravens the Trojan Horse because we call the Raven the Trojan Horse. Yeah, we're on the same page here, guys. I mean, I don't think that it's bold, but it's not even that bold. They have the capabilities of doing it. Tough as nails I mean, it doesn't have to be limited to that. That's just the tough as nails and Paper Tiger was just to get us started, just to have something on the screen. So now we're going to say the Ravens are the Trojan Horse of the AFC, I'm thinking. And then I'm thinking we call the Chiefs, like what would be the Chiefs we can just say I still think even though they lost that they lost a regular season game in Buffalo. That doesn't really matter that much. They'll beat Buffalo when it matters, is my opinion. So I would say, what's a good phrase we could call the Chiefs for that? And that's my opinion. If you guys disagree, but in my opinion, watching the game yesterday, I thought the Chiefs looked pretty good, and they could have won the game, and probably would have won the game if it were a postseason game. That's my take. Yeah, cream of the crop. We'll go with that for now. I like that. And I'm thinking maybe we don't have to do all these teams. Do we call the Bills a Paper Tiger? I mean, we were saying call the Pats a Paper Tiger. I almost think it's like a little hotter of a take to call the Bills a Paper Tiger. But no, we love it. I love it, Dan. I love it. Cream of the crop. And that's alliterative too. So we like that. I think we call the Bills a paper tiger, despite their win. I like that, Dan. Call the Pats, Bills, and Colts paper tigers. I like that, calling multiple teams paper. Because we can just say that all in one line. You know? I like that. So the Pats, and I agree. Like the Pats look good. They look solid. But Pats, Colts, and what's the other team? Bills. Yeah, we're calling the Bills. I like that, though. I like that. Paper Tigers. I think that's a good. Yeah, May looks pretty good. I was impressed. It made me. I like that though. I like that I was calling for Jordan Love over Drake May, and then immediately did not. That call did not turn out that good last weekend. Exactly. I think we could even call it. We could even call that out. Like mention the Bills last. Be like the Bills. They got to overcome their nemesis, the Chiefs. And even though they just did, it's like they've proven they can in the regular season. But that's not what matters. Drake over Love for days. One weekend. I'll stick with. I'm thinking about we call the Packers paper tigers. We could do like a multi, we'll do the AFC and the NFC. We'll call the Eagles the cream of the crop, because they are. The Eagles are clearly the cream of the crop. Or they're like the champs. I mean, we don't have to use the same phrase. They're the champs. They're the one everybody's gunning for right now. Frank says the Colts are paper tiger. All right, I got to let a cat in. I'll be right back. Yeah, the Colts might be paper tigers. They do have what I was looking. I'll show you guys. Because I was just looking at the NFL standings here. The Colts actually have the best. What's up, Raul? The Colts actually have the best point differential in all of football, even still with their loss. So they might be a paper tiger. I think they are a paper tiger. We'll say they are. Who would be the Trojan horse of the NFC though? Bucks. We'll call the Buccaneers the Trojan horse of the NFC. Or could we? The Bears. I just don't think the Bears will actually do it. Seahawks. Bucks or Seahawks, maybe. My cat's. Ugh. Yeah, but dude, don't let him hear you say that. The Frank says Falcons are what? The Bucks are a Trojan horse. Yeah, exactly. Bucks are a Trojan horse. I'm with you, Dan. Dan, we're on the same page here. I like calling the Bucks the Trojan horse. We'll call the Bucks the Trojan horse. I mean, they're gonna win their division. Who knows? They might even have a top seed. What's up? What's up, Dan? We got 2 Dans in the chat. Welcome in. This is up your alley. This is right up your alley, Daniel. Dan and Daniel are gonna be just. This is perfect. We're discussing with Jack. What's up, Jack? Welcome in. Great to have you here, man. Thanks for joining. You want mod? I'll give you mod. Hey, but Jack, thanks for joining, man. I really appreciate it. Bet. We're talking about football right now, Jack, so you can ask your dad, too. Chime in. / if you have any. I know. We got 2 Dans in the chat. Although the second Dan is actually Jack. The second Dan is actually Jack. Jack, it's great to have you here, man. We're talking about football right now. We're saying who is the cream of the crop, who are the possible Trojan horses, and then who are the paper tigers. And maybe we could even, I don't know, join AFC and NFC. We'll see how when we start drafting this out, we'll see how it works. But right now, we've got the AFC on lock pretty much. We're calling the Chiefs the cream of the crop, the Ravens the Trojan horse. The Pats, Bills, and Colts are the paper tigers. In the NFC, we got the Eagles is the cream of the crop / champs. And we got the Bucks being the Trojan horse. So, let's pick out some paper tigers. Green Bay, paper tiger. San Fran, we'll call San Fran a paper tiger. Although I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm gonna go for it. So who did I say? I said Packers. Niners. Because I don't want to call the Seahawks or the Rams paper tigers, because they look actually pretty decent. We'll call the Bears paper tigers too, because they have a winning record. Rams are real. You agree, Dan? You agree? San Fran a paper tiger? All right, guys. So this is what we got so far. In the AFC, we're calling the Chiefs the cream of the crop. The Ravens a possible Trojan horse. The Pats, Bills, and Colts are paper tigers. That's in the AFC. In the NFC, we got the Eagles, cream of the crop, champs. The Bucks are a possible Trojan horse. I got a paper tiger right here. Yeah, no, dude, I know. They almost beat the Eagles. I thought they were going to, in the playoffs last year. So, Clark's saying hello to everybody, guys. He just wants his screen time in. The next big game Lamar Jackson wins will be the first big. Is that? That's true. I forgot the whole. Yeah, Dan, that's former squad stuff right there. That's former squad stuff right there. That's why, that's why what we're doing, like, that's why we care about what we're doing. Like that. Like, you've got that former squad connection to Stafford. Guys, we're going. Dan Flynn, Uncle Dan, it's my uncle. Mondays are for bold calls around here. We try to make bold calls on Monday. So if this isn't bold, if we can turn up the level of boldness, I would love to. But right now we're going Chiefs is the cream of the crop in the AFC. We got Ravens. I'm calling the Ravens a Trojan horse. It's just I think it's a bold call, but I don't think it's that bold of a call. I think this could be the year for Lamar. I couldn't even say it with a straight face, but bold calls. Bold calls. Pats, Bills, and Colts. We're calling the Bills being a paper tiger is the bold call of that. And then in the NFC, the Eagles are the cream of the crop. I mean, it's looking like a rematch. We can check. I'm about the Ravens. I think Harbaugh. They got a great coach, Super Bowl winning coach. I think the Eagles. I wonder what. I think they're going to crush the Packers. That game's on Monday night next week, so we will be highlighting that. But push weak sauce. They can't stop it though. Jalen Hurts is a winner. I've been saying that for years. And they're going to keep winning. That's what I think. All right, so we'll start scripting this out here, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Because we are now officially halfway through the season. We're in the second half of the season now. What was that, week 9? It's a 18-week season now. 17 games plus a bye for everybody. Am I right on that? So week 9 would be halfway. So we could do this as our halfway check mark. Kind of. Half time, NFL NFL mid-season. NFL mid-season breakdown. Who is for real? Who are the paper tigers? Who are the cream of the crop? And why? Because I might need your guys' help to figure out why. To explain the why. I'm going to say, despite losing in Buffalo, the Chiefs look primed to make another run at the Lombardi Trophy. I think that's a pretty good sentence. This is good, Dan. This is good. I'm glad we're doing this. And this is like some true sports talk right here. Try to do more of it. Despite losing in Buffalo, the Chiefs look primed to make another run at the Lombardi Trophy. And that's why coaching is a huge differentiator. And that's like a big part of reason why now. That's a big part of the reason why these teams are where they are. That's why I have the Chiefs at the top, Andy Reid. That's a great line. That's going to be what we say after we say the Bills. I got to get that down. What is it? All right, I'm going to let him outside. Dan Quinn. Yes. Yeah, totally. So Shanahan is falling in the paper tiger category tonight. And I agree. What about Vrabel though? I think Vrabel's like that's why I'm hesitant to put the Pats as paper tigers, because I am a believer in Mike Vrabel. And like he might be that perfect mixture between like meathead and and like head coach. You know, he just like looks like a head coach. He played for Bill Belichick, came up under won all those Super Bowls. So I was thinking about how true, like you said, Dan, you said that if Romo and Manning had like combined careers, they'd be the best ever. You think Vrabel will be great where he goes next? But he is already in the second job. Now, Dan Flynn, I will credit him. I'll get his theory is just like Jordan Love. Dan Flynn's got the theory that like you got to win early in your tenure. You know, like a head coach doesn't necessarily win when they've been around for a long time. And I totally that's a Dan Flynn original theory, and I totally I've taken that and agree with that one. Yeah, I forgot they were the number 1 seed. But he shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have let him go though, right? I mean, that's what I think. They made a mistake. That's what we said in a video a couple weeks ago. Seems like our guys, by the way, quick side note, our Trey Savage video did pretty well. Got a couple thousand views. So thanks for everybody who helped make that on last Fun Friday. And it wasn't that ridiculous. It does. It is like a special combo thing, though. I was thinking that, honestly, that's what I was thinking. It's going to be hard now that I got Dan Flynn and Dan Chakowski in the chat. But and you're both making like just great points. But I was literally agreeing with both of you guys. Like, I was thinking about what a special combination Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are, like yesterday. Maybe we'll throw that into our cream of the crop. Yeah, I know that's why that's why you want. I mean, I I'm sorry about the Commandos, the Commanders. That was a rough. We said last week if they lost, it might end their season, and unfortunately, that prediction turned out like pretty true. That was rough. I was thinking about what a special connection Patrick Mahomes. Dan Quinn is a paper tiger. Frank Flynn in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Dan Quinn is a paper tiger. Mark Ripien has as many titles as Aaron Rodgers. It's true. Sorry to the Washington fans in the chat. Aaron Rodgers paper tiger. Now Aaron Rodgers paper tiger is a bold call. It's a bold call. But you're gonna find, Dan, you're gonna find some support in the chat, I bet, on that one. I bet you'll find some support in the chat on that one. The Flynn's multiply. And we're strong in numbers. So thank you to all my Flynn's in the chat right now. And everybody in the chat right now. Thank you, guys. His bump is paper tiger. All right, so what did I say about... Okay, that's what I'll say about the Chiefs. I'll say, despite losing in Buffalo, the Chiefs look primed to make another run at the Lombardi Trophy. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have a special connection. Is that too soft? Have a special connection that shines come playoff time. Well, we'll say unique. We'll say unique connection. And that marriage or something like, right? So, despite losing in Buffalo, the Chiefs look primed to make another run at the Lombardi Trophy. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have a unique connection that only gets better. Come playoff time. So we could also then bring in Josh Allen and Buffalo being paper tigers. Winning in Buffalo in the regular season. Great coaches know when you need to peak. We got a couple great coaches in the chat right now. Got a couple great coaches in the chat. Dan, you made an interesting comment. You compared You said Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts have that type of connection. I thought that was an interesting comment because I would beg to differ almost. All right, I got to deal with some. I got chaos all around me, guys, but we got the most ever people in the chat right now. So thank you guys so much. Please hit subscribe. Welcome to the former squad. I got like chaos going on all around me, but I'll stick with it. Because I don't think Sirianni and Hurts have that type of connection. I'd go out and say that that's Jalen Hurts. You're saying they've got an understanding. Okay. I think that makes more sense. Andy Reid is he's fast approaching his goat status right now. I mean, I think he keeps going. He's going to pass. He might actually end up with the win total, like the most wins if he keeps going. Yeah, so that's why we mentioned the connection. Like, I think they have the best, like, that's the best quarterback coach combo. It's better than Brady and Belichick because he's got in the high 200s, I believe. I believe he has in the high 200 wins. I think he's like fourth all time. And I'm talking regular season wins. You're right, it might not be Sirianni, but he has someone's ear that lets him and Nick work really, yeah. I mean, listen, I'll take ownership. I was not the biggest Nick Sirianni fan. Like, I don't think I need to tap the brakes on that call, Dan Flynn, because Belichick. One, I think Brady proved it was Brady all along. Call me crazy, guys. Call me crazy. Yeah, Dan, like when it was, 22 years ago during the collapse, like I was calling for Sirianni to be fired. No doubt. I wasn't going live then. That's the benefit of going live. Now everybody can call me out on my atrocious takes. Like, you can see sometimes they age like milk, like I had a couple calls last week that were not great, but I think that's a good comp, Dan. He's a better version of Mike Tomlin in coach form. I think that's a good comp. I don't need to tap the brakes on Mahomes being better than the Mahomes-Reid connection is better than the Brady-Belichick connection. I just mean the connection between quarterback and head coach. I don't mean like their accomplishments are better. I just think they have a connection. He did. He gave up full control. He said, and that's why. Yeah, I'm surprised Nick Sirianni made it through that firestorm. He came out stronger than anybody. Is there a comp for that? I don't know if there is a comp for that, what Nick Sirianni did. He was on the verge of being fired and then came and won the Super Bowl. Oh, Dan, I agree. That's why I've changed my tune. It's like you can't argue with the results, Like, at this point, you can't argue with the results. There might be like plays that don't look great. There might be plays that don't look great. And yeah, I'm with you on the AJ. He's just so talented. We featured T.O. in a short. I think he's almost like he's kind of like T.O. a little bit. Not as much drama. Bit of a difficulty in the locker room, it seems. It seems from, at least that's the narrative right now. Also, side note, guys, yeah, it's true. Exactly, because you can see it. You can see that he is a team player. Quick side note, guys, I was thinking about like what Yamamoto did in the World Series. Like, I don't know if has anything been done like that ever. I mean, I know it's not what we're talking about right now, but that was I haven't really mentioned it. That was insane. Coming in the pitch. What? Three innings? In extra innings? Day after starting? It's insane. You think rigged? They hit home runs though. Are there magnets in the balls? Yo, Andrew, welcome in, man. How is it in Scotland? How's the weather out there? Are you a fan of American football? That's what we're kind of talking about. You're a hater, Dan? That's like, I don't know. I mean, you know me. I'm all about the is it rigged convos. I'm all about those. But like when you hit solo home runs, later, Raul, when you hit solo home runs, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to argue that it's rigged. You prefer what Americans call soccer? Well, welcome. You could do some illuminating to us in the chat here about soccer. We're working on a breakdown here. Breakdown of the state of the NFL. Thank you for joining, Andrew. And everybody. Shohei. Welcome in, Dan. You're live. You're live. Glasgow Rangers. So far we got, despite losing in Buffalo, the Chiefs look primed to make another run at the Lombardi Trophy. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have a unique connection that only gets better come playoff time. Josh Allen winning in Buffalo in the regular season means nothing when it comes to beating Mahomes in a playoff death match. Uh-oh. Is that where you're from in Scotland, Andrew? Glasgow? If I'm pronouncing that right? Despite losing in Buffalo, the Chiefs looks primed to make another run. Josh Allen winning in Buffalo in the regular season. I'll say winning at home. That's what we're all about here, these religious rivalries. Like, religious sports rivalries. Chiefs-Bills is kind of becoming that, like, Glasgow. Andrew from Glasgow. Thanks for joining, man. All right, so let's keep working on our breakdown. We need some good. I need some good fire lines. I don't know if these are bold enough. I'll say don't look now. But the Ravens are heating up and could be the Trojan horse of the conference. And I'm thinking, guys, we're going to release these as 2 separate videos. I think that makes more sense. I did not know that that's where Shrek... Is that where Shrek is set? Or is it set in, I guess, the land of Never Never Land? Did not know Shrek had a... Josh Allen is Mr. October. Oh, I love that line. That we got to put that in there. We'll put that in after this. Josh Allen is Mr. October. Patrick Mahomes is Mr. February. It's a good one. It's a good one. Semicolon, though. Semicolon. That's a very good line. So right now, I'm thinking we're going to split these up into an AFC and NFC. It just looks like it'll just be, if we're going to release them as shorts, it just makes sense because the NFC, I think it'd be too long. You know, we need to stay. I'm from Pennsylvania, Andrew. Pennsylvania, USA. Outside of Philadelphia. So we get our scripted part out of the way. Thanks for joining tonight, guys. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you, guys. You should, man. It's beautiful, especially this time of year. Like the leaves are all changing colors. It's really nice. It's really nice. Actually, that's a kind of another reason why I love Pennsylvania. Is all the change that happens in the weather. You've got like winters, springs, summers, falls. We're in fall right now. The leaves are changing colors. Yeah, you should come visit. Dan, you were probably dealing with leaves today, bro. I've been there. You chop. We gotta get you a vacuum, Dan. I wonder, do you have a vacuum? Do you got a leaf vac? We gotta get you a vacuum, dude. Three bags? They do fall. The leaves fall. If you don't deal with cleaning them up, they're pretty. But if you gotta clean them up, I can see not loving them. All right. So far we got, despite losing in Buffalo, the Chiefs look, I'll say Kansas City. Kansas City looks primed to make another run at the Lombardi Trophy. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have a unique connection that only gets better come playoff time. The Chiefs are still the cream of the crop of the AFC. Transition, like maybe record scratch or something. Don't look now, but the Ravens are heating up and could be the Trojan horse of the conference. I think that's okay. Is this the year that Lamar takes the next step and wins the big game? The leaves used to be beautiful. I know. Maybe we just keep it to these three teams. I think we just keep it. Sorry, I'm like knocking this around. I think we just keep it to these three teams. We don't have to mention the Patriots and Colts. Patriots and Drake May are still not on the radar. Sorry to all my Patriots and Drake May fans out there. But they're just still not on the radar. So I think we'll just leave him out. And these are like the three teams that everybody knows about. NFL midseason breakdown AFC edition. I mean, or we could make this into a longer video and talk about all the teams if you guys want. I mean, I could be down with that too. We want to just bang out a couple lines on some of these teams. See what comes up. I'll say the Bills did win last week. But Josh Allen winning at home in the regular season means nothing when it comes to beating Mahomes in a playoff death match. Love that. That's like fiery and charged. It's great. Josh Allen is Mr. October. That game happened in November, but it's fine. I think it did. Patrick Mahomes is Mr. February. Maybe something like Drake May looks like a good quarterback, but the Patriots are still not a great team. Hashtag Paper Tiger. Because I might make this a longer video, guys, that we work on over the next couple days just to get a long form video out, which we haven't done in a while. I think this is a perfect one to work on over the next. We'll keep working on this tomorrow and maybe post it tomorrow night, because I think we've already got a lot of great stuff in here, and I think it's shaping up to be a multiple minute long script. And yeah, we'll do it as a long form video. The NFL midseason breakdown. And we'll do both the AFC and the NFC in the same video. So we can keep working on that. Because we need, like I've been saying it for weeks, that we need months, that we need to get a long form video out. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, guys. We'll make this into a long form video. We'll get there. We're writing our script right now. This is our former squad NFL midseason breakdown. And we'll do both the AFC and NFC edition. Maybe we can just have a list of the paper tigers. We can just list the paper tigers. We'll just say they are a paper tiger. And then we'll just list, and I don't have to say this in the script, but on screen we can list the paper tigers of the AFC. And they'll be, the paper tigers of the AFC are the Chargers. Let's say the Broncos are paper tigers too. Sorry Broncos. Broncos, Chargers. I mean, the Raiders we don't need to mention. I actually still think the Texans could be good, guys, believe it or not. Jags are a paper tiger. But we'll just mention the teams with winning records. I think the Texans could actually come back and have a half-decent season. I think they're pretty good. Although, actually, now C.J. Stroud got hurt. So maybe not. Maybe not. Never mind. On screen, paper tigers of the AFC. Pats, Bills. And Steelers. Steelers are a paper tiger. I remember seeing, now I know, I did not watch, unfortunately I didn't get to watch any of the, we got Colts in here. Colts are a paper tiger too. Colts. Although they do have, I didn't see any of that Colts Steelers game. So if anybody saw any of that game, they can let me know what they think about it. If both of those teams are paper tigers, pass. Colts, Steelers, Broncos, Chargers, Jags. And then Bills and Pats. Even though we already mentioned them. Despite losing in Buffalo, Kansas City looks primed to make another run at the Lombardi Trophy. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have a unique connection that only gets better come playoff time. The Chiefs are still the cream of the crop of the AFC. Don't look now, but the Ravens are heating up and could be the Trojan horse of the conference. Is this the year that Lamar takes the next step and wins the big game? The Bills did win last week. That's a little weak. The Bills won last week. But Josh Allen winning at home in the regular season means nothing when it comes to beating Mahomes in a playoff death match. Josh Allen is Mr. October. Patrick Mahomes is Mr. February. And we'll do like record scratches or something. We'll have it under we'll have like a chill hip hop. All right, so Dan Flynn, you don't think the Colts are, would you say the Colts are a paper tiger or not? Because everybody else in the chat thinks that the Colts are a paper tiger. We're on record as calling for a Baker Mayfield, Daniel Jones Super Bowl, so I'm a little vulnerable out there. I've already said the Colts. So you say the Colts are not a paper tiger. Then why are they losing? They did lose to the Steelers, though. The Steelers are a paper tiger. I guess they were due for a loss? They do have a great run game and offensive line. So you would be against calling them a paper tiger. But we were talking earlier about what's the opposite of a paper tiger? Like tough as nails? I guess so you're saying the Colts are tough. I mean, that is how you build a winning football team. It's in the trenches like that. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. And they have the best trenches. That's where we're from. The trenches. That's where you win. The thing is, I am kind of like with waffling, going back and forth on whether or not the Colts are a paper tiger or not. Like I called for them to win the AFC, and then they go and lose to Pittsburgh. We do like Steichen. And that would Shane Steichen being there exact like that's the thing about Indy, and that's why I am hesitant to call them a paper tiger, is because they've got Steichen there, like you're saying, they got Daniel Jones there, first year on his new team, like they could have a good connection going there with a good offensive line, like you're saying. And they would. That was a big loss last week, though. That was a big loss because they'd be in the driver's seat still. Now they're not in terms of the number one overall seed. Like that was a loss that made me think they're a paper tiger. Is that? Is that too bold? I could see that. I could see that. I'm a Daniel Jones fan. I mean, Shane Steichen. They've got that QB coach connection. And like, so we're going to transition to NFC now. I'm going to say, though it hasn't always been pretty, the Eagles look ready to defend their title. I'm going to say it's true. It's true. I'm going to say Jalen Hurts is a winner. I guess the 49ers, like, they haven't won a Super Bowl here, you know? They've been contenders for years now, but like, I don't know. Are they cursed? Earlier today, guys, we were ranking the top color commentators in the NFL. Dan Flynn, if you're still there, I would love to hear your top 3 color commentators in the NFL. I had, in no order, I had Collinsworth, Greg Olsen, and Tom Brady. I don't think that's a hot take, but I'd be interested in hearing other people's takes because we didn't fully have that convo. I think Romo was there, but I don't think he is anymore. I don't think Troy Aikman is. And I'd be interested to hear what other people thought about that. And I don't even know if this is true or not, guys, but we'll say it. The most likely matchup come February when Super Bowl 60 kicks off is still a rematch between Philly and KC. That's not even a bold take. Not Mark. What even What is the word on that? I haven't heard any word on that. I haven't heard. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not Mark Sanchez. I have not heard the word on that. Haven't been following that case. We could cover that case. That would be funny. Not funny. Not actually funny. Like scary, kind of. But yeah, is he just like? Did they fire him yet? Is he still? Is he under investigation still? That would hasn't always been pretty. The Eagles look ready to defend their title. Jalen Hurts is a winner. The most likely matchup come February when Super Bowl 60 kicks off is still a rematch between Philly and KC. Not crazy at all. A little bit bold, but not crazy. And I'm going to shout out Baker Mayfield. Shout out Baker Mayfield. I'm going to say Baker Mayfield and the Bucs should lock up the NFC South and have a shot at a first-round bye. The moderator. He likes to party. He likes to party. Hey. In this case, he definitely missed the moderation speech. He missed the moderation speech. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Except for dedication. Be 100% dedicated. That's what I believe. Be moderated except in your dedication. Go full out on that. Maybe. How would our Nana feel about that? Though it hasn't always been pretty, the Eagles look ready to defend their title. Jalen Hurts is a winner. The most likely matchup come February when Super Bowl 60 kicks off is still a rematch between Philly and KC. Who else? Listen. The rings are going to add. The rings speak for themselves. The ring solo now, but there will be more. Spoiler alert, there will be more. Spoiler alert. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs should lock up the NFC South and have a shot. And they have a shot. Should lock up the NFC South without much trouble. They have a shot at a first round bye. And I'll say Tampa Bay could be the Trojan horse of the NFC. I think they're going to blow out the Packers next Monday night. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Although I guess that'd be if you were fading me, you'd be doing okay on picks this year. You would be. Genuinely be doing pretty good. But I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm okay with making that call. What? That can't be right. It can't be right. Can't be right. The Packers are favored over the Eagles? Exactly. That's why I know I should match I should mention that. I'm going to mention that. That's a good one because I was going to say that like Tampa has had their success against Philly in the playoffs for sure. Temple alum Todd Bowles has been a Philly killer in the playoffs before. They might put that after they have a shot at a first round bye. Tampa could. The Eagles. The Packers are favored over the Eagles next Monday night. Like what? That's like. I'd pick the Eagles. Sorry, sue me. I'm picking the Eagles that game. All right, and then any of these teams coming off a win who I'm calling paper tigers? I'll just say we can say the NFC has a lot of good teams. I mean, like I think the Rams are good, the Seahawks are good. And the Lions too. I think the Bears are a paper tiger. The Bears are the definition of a paper tiger. All right, guys, we're probably going to call this stream at about 8 in a couple minutes. Maybe we'll say 5 minutes. It's been great tonight. We'll be back on live tomorrow morning. I'm thinking about maybe moving the time up, but for tomorrow we'll do 9:30. But Thinking about maybe moving the time up now that we got. Jeez. Never heard of Don Strock. Don Strock. Where does Marcus stand on that list? What about... They've had some good quarterbacks, though. I'm hoping my Pittsburgh Panthers can make a run. They got a pretty tough 3-game stretch to end the year. But I'm hoping my Pittsburgh Panthers can make a run this year. We'll see. We'll see. Love Mike Vick. Shout out Mike Vick. Former squad legend. We have the number 1 short in Monday Night Massacre history. We have, if you type in Monday Night Massacre on YouTube, we have the most viewed short on that. That's something that I'm proud of, that we're proud of. Michael Vick, great Eagles quarterback as well as Virginia Tech quarterback. Don Strock, never heard of him. Bruce Arians, though, great coach, great offensive mind. Really. All right. I'll look up my boy Don Strock. Was he there around the same time as you, Dan? If he was back up to Marino? I'm going to say the NFC is loaded with contenders. Seattle and I'm going to say the Seahawks and the Rams are for real. Traditional NFC powerhouse. San Fran looks like more of a paper tiger. That's the theme of tonight, guys. It was tough as nails or paper tiger. Thanks for all the great suggestions we got tonight. Thanks for all the tuning in, all the support, great comments. Did a lot tonight. We're gonna finish up. We'll make this video tomorrow. In terms of like putting the video together, but I think we got the scripts pretty much written out tonight, which is huge. So, hope everybody has a great night tonight. Great evening, great rest of your evening. I'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9:30. All love. Peace out, guys. Have a great night.